In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 remote work-at-home opportunities at one of the biggest companies in the world, Apple. In fact, one of the jobs on this list pays a whopping $154,000 per year, plus you get free Apple gear. And who doesn't like free Apple gear? Let's get started. What is up? My name is Chris and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, it's my sole purpose to help you see that you don't always need a job, you need an income. So if you want help to build that income, be sure to go check out benjisdad.com. That's benjisdad.com. I'll be sure to put a link down in the description and let's chat. And if you are a cool person, and I mean this, if you are a cool person while we're talking about it, I'll be able to send you one of my free trainings. It's a work from home opportunity that I've been using for the past 7 years and there's no signs of stopping. So if you want some help with that, be sure to check the link down in the description. Now let's get into the video. All right, so confession time. One of the places that I've always wanted to work was Apple. I never really got a chance to work at Apple, but when I saw some of these jobs, I started thinking, man, this is a really good place to work that usually pays you a pretty good amount of money just for working for them. They're one of the biggest companies in the world, if not the biggest company in the world, and it's just outstanding to work for them. So let's go ahead and look at some of the jobs that are available over at Apple. So this is the homepage here, apple.com. We're just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and over here toward the right, you're going to see where it says career opportunities, and then this page comes up, join us, be you. Don't worry about all of this. At the top right hand corner, you're going to see a big search button. Just click on search, and this is where it lists all of the jobs. And as you can see, there are quite a few jobs, over 600 jobs that are available, and that's just in the United States. If you hit the plus sign here, you can change where you're looking at some of these jobs. But we're going to uncheck the United States and we're going to check home office, and then this kind of breaks it down into 102 different results. Now, the jobs that I found specifically are all remote jobs. So these are going to be jobs where you don't have to worry about going into the office or anything like that. As long as you have something available at home where you can sit down and it's quiet and you can probably hop on the phone, get on the keyboard and start answering some chats, then you'll be able to get a lot of these jobs available to you. So the first opportunity that I was able to find here is actually one that's available at almost every major university in the United States. It's kind of crazy. We have University of Texas at Dallas, University of North Carolina, Norfolk State, University of Texas, Texas Southern, Alabama A&M, University of Florida, Sonoma State. Of these 100 jobs, that's probably about 60 of these are all at different universities. So as of right now, Apple is doing some type of cool push to where they're actually hiring students to do a lot of the jobs. So let's go ahead and click on a random one right here. And this is the one that's for Florida State University, but it's the same for any college that you happen to be looking at the time. And as you can see here, this position is located at home from any city across the US. This is a part-time position. As you can see, it's 20 hours per week, and that's usually because it's geared directly towards students. So basically what you will be doing with this job is you're going to be supporting Apple products, whether it's iPhone, tablets, PCs, Macs, MacBook Pros, whatever it happens to be. And you don't necessarily have to be taking these things apart, but you will have to support them in terms of software. So if someone having an issue with it, they would contact you and not have to go directly to Apple. And since you do work or you do go to school at that particular place, you're going to have a little bit more of an intimate knowledge of exactly how things work around there and give a more personal experience. So as you scroll down here, you'll see here one thing that I found interesting. It says, you'll be the friendly voice of Apple. They want you to be able to kind of get into these kids' heads in terms of how good a company Apple is very, very early on, especially in college when a lot of us don't even know what we want to do when we're in college. Being able to say, okay, Apple is here, and they get you started off really early, which hopefully will make you a person who will be buying Apple products for life. Now, the biggest perk that I was able to see here is the fact that just for working for Apple, you will be eligible to participate in the company stock plan. And that is absolutely huge, because when it comes to growing wealth, if you work directly for Apple and they're giving you stock in the company, again, Apple's one of the biggest companies in the world, and being able to take advantage of them just giving you money that's going to grow over time is outstanding. And then you also get an employee discount. I mean, who doesn't like employee discounts where you can get some good gear from Apple at much cheaper prices? And usually Apple products last a decent amount of time. Now, the requirements to work for Apple in this particular position is just like we mentioned earlier, you do need to be enrolled at a university in the United States. You need to have at least a 2.7 GPA, and preferably your major is either in computer science, business, engineering, or computer information systems. So the next job on our list is the higher education account executive. Now, it says Ann Arbor, Michigan, but this is a home-based position that can be located in any major city. So it's, 40 hours a week is a regular full-time job. It was just posted within a couple of weeks ago. So it's something that's going to be available right now. You just got to click on submit your cover letter and resume and get started. Now, what a higher education account executive does is they are responsible for growing new business within Apple based on educating more people about the product. So it's kind of similar to the position we were looking at earlier with the Apple Support College thing, where you just show people how to do things with Apple products and then they fall in love with it because they see how easy it is, they see how simple that it could be, and how it makes their lives a little bit easier. Obviously, for a position like this, you would need to have some pretty good people person type skills. You see here where it says excellent verbal and written communication skills and the ability to educate Apple education products and services and strategies, as well as at the Apple value proposition. So basically, you're going to be a walking, talking ad for Apple when it comes to products that can help other people get from point A to point B and whatever it is that they're trying to get done. Now, in this position, you will need to have a little bit of sales experience, but the cool thing is that Apple's going to teach you everything that you need to know in terms of how to sell their products. So in learning the Apple way, you will become a higher education account executive, managing all of these accounts and really helping to grow the Apple business and brand for years to come. The number 3 job available at Apple is a customer service support specialist. It is an at-home position, meaning it is 100% at home. The catch with this particular job is that you do need to know Cantonese, and it's more than just Cantonese. There's a few jobs where you need to know Italian. There's some that say Portuguese, English, and then others as well. Now, this job is basically what it says it is. It's a customer service support job where you're going to be helping people with common problems that they normally run into while using Apple products. So, for example, you need to be able to provide customer service over the phone, over chat. You need to be able to translate technical speak. So sometimes when it gets into computers, you might end up using a lot of terms and stuff that people don't always understand. But being able to get it to a position where people can really understand it, especially if they are not familiar with exactly all of the little different terms that Apple might be using, being able to break that down as a customer service representative is really, really helpful. You're going to also, here toward the bottom, explaining when a customer is going to receive a product, when a credit card is going to be charged, when a return will be received, and so on. So as you can see, it's a very simple job that you're going to be doing, but you're just going to be doing it 100% from home. It does say here that you do need a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience required. I would definitely apply to this job regardless if you have a bachelor's degree or not. It's just a customer service position, so if you can wow them on the interview, chances are you're probably going to get the job anyways. The only thing I would say that you would absolutely positively need to have with this job is being a good problem solver. And if you notice, usually in key qualifications on an interview or on a resume or anything, they normally list things from most important to least important. And as you can see, creative problem solver is the number 1 thing that you need to be able to do. So you just need to be a little bit creative and coming up with good problems, good answers to problems that people have when you're on the phone or on chat with them. The number 2 position over here available at Apple is a technical sourcer, software and services technology recruiting. So this is a contract job, so it's not 100% full-time with Apple, but it is guaranteed for at least a year. And as you can see right down here, this role is 100% remote. So some of the key qualifications that you would need for this particular position over at Apple, it says solid sourcing experience in a fast-paced, high-volume environment. So this is just a fancy way of saying that you're going to be needing to go out and find new talent to work at Apple. They're going to give you some pretty interesting jobs, so only so many people will be able to take care of a lot of the responsibilities that you will be looking for. So as we go down to the description here, you can see this includes a portfolio of consumer and professional software applications. So you're going to need to find people who are typically good for software engineers, machine learning engineers, machine learning researchers, data scientists, and engineering project managers. And chances are there's not that many people in the world who can do this and do this effectively, but this is what your job is. You're going to be paid to go out there and find people who can take care of these positions for Apple. Usually, because these types of positions are kind of few and far between and there's only so many people who can do these things, it's a very competitive market, and usually you have to pay pretty high just to get these types of people. But with the position that you'd be having here, you just need to find them and then offer them the job. Now, the number 1 position here at Apple would be the Senior Security Researcher. This again is a 100% remote opportunity. As you can see right here, it is a full-time opportunity. It says 40 hours, but usually when you're dealing with security, it's probably going to be a lot more than 40 hours a week, so just keep that in mind. But this position pays over $154,000. Security really is the wave of the future, because with everything going online, with NFTs, with the metaverse, with all of this random stuff that's going on, you need to be able to protect what we are putting online, and that's what a senior security researcher is going to be able to do. You do need to have a decent amount of experience for this type of position. It says 5 years of relevant experience is helpful or would be required for this position. But what you would be doing mainly is providing an operating system security across all of Apple's products. And notice right here, protecting over 1 billion different endpoints. So it's a very, important job, important position to have. And since cybersecurity is so big, the experience and the amount of money that they pay you is also big. You're pretty much going to end up being what's called an ethical hacker, where you know how to hack somebody, but you actually use your powers for good. So this is what a sorcerer will actually do and protect against all of those different data points. Now, working for someone else is nice and it is secure, but I'm going to be honest, I hated it when I did it. So if you'd like to learn what I did to fire my boss, go check the video out right there where I explain it so well that even a baby can understand it.